Good day, classmates. And we are the Group C.
Hi, I'm Fatima, and I will introduce to you the perfect progressive. The perfect progressive aspect is a combination of the sense of prior of the perfect and the meaning of incompleteness in the progressive aspect. The perfect progressive tense also describes actions that repeated over a period of time in the past are continuing in the present and or will continue in the future. Under the perfect progressive are present perfect, past perfect, and the future perfect progressive.
Hi, I'm Sarah Liu, and I will explain to you when we will use past perfect progressive, present perfect progressive, and future perfect progressive. Past perfect progressive. Use 1. Duration before something in the past. We use the past perfect progressive to show that something started in the past and continued up until another time in the past. For 5 minutes and for 2 weeks are both durations which can be used with the past perfect progressive. Notice that it is related to the present perfect progressive. However, the duration does not continue until now. It stops before something else in the past. Use 2. Cause of something in the past. Using the past perfect progressive before another action in the past is a good way to show cause and effect. Present perfect progressive. Use 1. Duration from the past until now. We use the present perfect progressive to show that something started in the past and has continued up until now. For 5 minutes, for 2 weeks, and since Tuesday are all durations which can be used with the present perfect progressive. Use 2. Recently, lately. You can also use present perfect progressive without a duration as for 2 weeks. Without a duration, the tense has a more general meaning of lately. We often use the words lately or recently to emphasize this meaning. Future perfect progressive. Use 1. Duration before something in the future. To show that something will continue up until a particular event or time in the future. For 5 minutes, for 2 weeks, and since Friday are all durations which can be used with the future perfect progressive. Notice that it is related to the past perfect progressive and present perfect progressive. However, with future perfect progressive, the duration stops at or before a reference point in the future.
Hi, I'm Rosal, and I will discuss to you the present perfect progressive. Present perfect progressive is also known as present perfect continuous, used to show that an action started to happen in the past and is continuing to happen until now. The pattern in making a present perfect progressive statement is subject plus has or have plus been plus verb in present progressive. Some points to remember when using have and has. Let's start with the basic. They can both be used to show possession and are important in making the perfect tenses. Had is the past tense of both has and have. Have is used with some pronouns and plural nouns. Has is used with a third person or singular. We can use time expressions such as since last week, lately, recently, since yesterday, or anything that would indicate. For example, my sister has been waiting for her friend since this morning. I have been working in this company for 10 years. They have been staying at the hotel since yesterday. Present perfect progressive in negative form. The pattern in making a present perfect progressive statement in negative form is subject plus has, have not, plus been, plus verb in present progressive. For example, my sister has not been waiting for her friend since this morning. For the question, you simply can change the position of the subject and the auxiliary verb. The pattern in making a present perfect progressive statement in a question form is has or have plus subject plus been plus the verb in present progressive. Let's do some exercise. The statement is, you stare at me blankly for the past couple of minutes. In positive form, you have been staring at me blankly for the past couple of minutes. In negative form, you have not been staring at me blankly for the past couple of minutes. In question form, have you been staring at me blankly for the past couple of minutes?
Hi, I'm Nizo. My task is to discuss about the future perfect progressive. Future perfect progressive is also known as the future perfect continuous. It expresses an action that will continue into the future up to a specific time. The duration of the action is usually specified in a time expression with for. The point at which the action will be complete often is stated in the simple present tense in a subordinate clause introduced by when or by the time. We have a two form in making future perfect progressive, the will and the be going to. In the will form, we have the subject plus will plus have been plus verb in present participle. And the be going to, we have the subject plus going to plus have been plus verb in the present participle.
Hi, I'm American T. Ali. I'm here to give an example for the future perfect progressive tense. Example, I will have been studying college by this time Mom allows me to see boys. I is the subject plus will plus have been plus verb in present participle. For the negative sentence, you simply add not. For example, I will plus the not and then have been studying. It will become I will not have been studying college by the time Mom allows me to see boys. For the questions in real form, we will follow the pattern will plus subject plus have been plus verb in present participle. For example, will plus the subject I plus have been plus the verb in present participle. It will become will have been studying college by the time Mom allows me to see boys.
Hi, I am Archie Lu, and I'm going to discuss about the past perfect progressive tense. What are the forms of the past perfect progressive tense? The first form is affirmative. The formula is subject plus had plus been plus base form of the verb plus ing. For example, I had been working. For the negative, subject plus had plus not plus been plus base form of the verb plus ing. For example, I had not been working. For the interrogative, this is composed of two kinds, the positive and the negative. For positive, had plus subject plus been plus base form of the verb plus ing. Example, had you been working? For the negative, had plus not plus subject plus been plus base form of the verb plus ing. For example, hadn't you been working? There are four uses of past perfect progressive tense. The first is the duration of a past action. The main use of the past perfect progressive is to express actions or situations that were in progress before some other actions or situations. For example, we had been talking for over an hour before she arrived. The first action in the example is we had been talking, and the second is she arrived. Number 2, showing cause. Use this tense to show cause of an action or situation in the past. For example, John was in a detention because he had been misbehaving. The third is third conditional. This tense is also used in third conditional statement. But what is third conditional statement? This is talking about a past act condition that cannot be fulfilled because the action in the if clause didn't happen. For example, if it hadn't been raining, we would have gone to the park. The if clause is if it hadn't been raining. It didn't happen, that's why they were not able to go to the park. The fourth is the reported speech. This tense can be used as long as the tense of the direct speech is in the present perfect progressive and past progressive. For example, present perfect progressive. They complained, we have been waiting for hours. If you are going to convert this one in reported speech, this will become in a past perfect progressive form. They complained that they had been waiting for hours.